of the main issues in using slides created by NotebookLM is all the information is shown upfront on the slides, which means there is always the risk of the audience reading ahead, and therefore you lose control over their attention as a presenter. And you already know that the slides created by NotebookLM are nothing more than just pictures stuck on slides, and therefore there is no way that you can animate the information one bit at a time. So how do you overcome the issue? In this video, I'll show you some simple techniques that can be applied even by a beginner in PowerPoint to reveal the information in stages on the slides created by NotebookLM. These simple techniques will get the control back in your hand, therefore you can guide the viewer's attention at the pace that you want. I'm Ramgopal from presentationprocess.com. Let us jump right in. First, let me show you a quick slide deck that I generated using NotebookLM. This is the slide deck. This is the opening slide. The next one, next. As you can see, the slides are very good, but then all the information is shown up front. Let us see how we can pick some of the slides and reveal the information one bit at a time. First, let us take this slide, which shows 3 points. A simple way to reveal information one at a time is to use a shape as a mask. Let us go to Shapes. I'm going to pick up the rectangle tool. You can find that under rectangles. Let us pick this one. And then I'm going to just leave these numbers and cover the rest. So let us draw a shape like so. I'm going to press Ctrl D to create a duplicate, and I'm going to place the next one over here, and then Ctrl D and place the next one over here. Now let us select all these boxes while holding the Shift button, and then go to Shape Fill, go to Eyedropper and use the same background that you can see here. I click here and then go to Shape Outline and say No Outline. Now you can see that there is no text here. Now let us select the first box, hold the Shift button, select the second one and the third one. Go to Animations and then choose an exit animation. I'm going to choose a simple fade animation, and then you can see in the animation pane that there are 3 of these animations. Say all of them are going to start on click. Now we need to be very careful that we don't obliterate any of the lines that are already there in the box. So I'm going to adjust the size like so, and then let us go to slideshow. Now all that the audience sees is there are 3 boxes and there is nothing inside them. Then on a click, I reveal the first information. All that has happened is the box that was covering the information has just got wiped out or just got faded out. Then the next one, then the next one. It's a very simple technique. Anyone can use it whether you have experience in PowerPoint or not. Now you might say, Ram, it was very convenient because the information was available inside neat little boxes and therefore you could use the technique. Can you do it in a more complex diagram? Let me show you how it is done. Here there is a complex diagram. Let me show you how you can use the same technique in a very simple way. Now I'm going to mask this shape here just to show you as an example. Let us go to Home, go to Shapes, and this time I'm going to draw the shape using the tool from Lines. It is called as a freeform scribble tool. Let me click on it. As soon as I did that, you can see that I have a pencil icon. I'm going to draw around it. Be very careful here. Just make sure that you hold the left mouse button clicked so the pencil icon stays, and I'm going to draw around this shape. I don't really have to be very careful around the general places. Only in the places where it is very close to the next shape is when I need to be careful. Here I can just go free form and then draw around it, and I need to go to the starting point and that will complete the shape. Now I can go to Shape Fill, go to Eyedropper, and I can pick the color from the nearby place. I can click here, go to Shape Outline and say No Outline, and then I can go to Animations and I can make this one exit as a fade animation. And when I go to slideshow, you can see that there is no shape here. On a click, I can make that shape appear, and that is how I reveal the diagram one at a time. So the technique that I showed you is fairly versatile. No matter how complex your diagram looks, you can always reveal information one bit at a time. Now let me show you another technique. This technique involves punching out or cropping out the portions that we don't want from the image. Let me show you what I mean by this. First, let me go to the thumbnail view so you can see that this is my first image. All I'm going to do now is to make sure that the background of the slide is the same as the background of this picture. Now, let me right click on the empty space here, go to Format Background, and then go to Color and use Eyedropper and pick up this color that you see here. That is it. Now this background color and this color is exactly the same. Now we are going to arrange this exactly on top of the slide like this. Now let me duplicate this slide just for the safety sake because we want this picture to be retained first. Let us go to duplicate slide. First, let us select the picture, go to picture format, go to crop tool, and then crop out the portion that you want to hide. So this is all that the audience sees. When I go to slideshow, this is what is the information that is shown. Now I'm going to reveal these boxes one at a time. So how do I do this? Let me duplicate this slide and bring this down. Let me show you how to hide these elements and reveal just this. For that, let me go to shapes and then pick up a rectangle tool and then make a rectangle like this. It doesn't really have to be perfect. Now select this picture, hold the shift button down and select this box here, and then go to shape format, merge shapes and say shape subtract. Now that is gone. Now you can see that only the first portion is revealed, and do the exact same thing for the other ones as well. Let me duplicate this slide and then let me do that for the next one, shapes, and then let me draw here, punch out the portion I don't want and use shape subtract. And then for the last one, I'm going to bring in the first image itself, and then leaving the first one out, I'm going to select the second, third, and fourth and go to transitions and apply a simple fade transition. Now when I go to slideshow, this is what the audience sees first. Then on a click, I introduce the first one, which is nothing but the portion that is cropped out is shown, but then the audience doesn't know that. And then on a click, I show the second one and the third one. Again, this technique can come in quite handy in different types of situations. Now let me show you the third technique of revealing the information one at a time. This time I'm going to punch a hole inside the mask. Let me show you what I mean by this. Let me zoom out a little bit. Now I'm going to draw a rectangle. So let me go to shapes, pick up the rectangle tool and then draw a large rectangle like so. Now to give you an approximate idea, the length of this rectangle should be twice the size of the length of this slide. So let me increase the length a little bit more and then make sure that the right edge of this shape corresponds with the right edge of the slide. And then let us go to transparency and add a little bit of transparency so we can clearly see what we have got behind this. Now I can clearly see what I've got here. Now let me go to this option here called fit slide to current window so we can clearly see the actual shape and the size. Once again, go to shapes, pick up the rectangle tool and draw a rectangle that completely covers the first box like so. Neat. Now I'm going to adjust the position of this large rectangle shape. So I'm going to bring it down. So all we are seeing is the title and then the rest of the portion is covered. So let me select this large rectangle, hold the shift button down and click on the smaller rectangle, then go to shape subtract. You can do that by shape format, merge shapes and go to shape subtract. Now there is a hole punched in this large rectangle. Now I'm going to reduce the transparency to somewhere around 20%. So the rest of the information is obscure and only this is clearly shown. You can even change the shape fill to black color, go to shape outline and say no outline. When I go to slideshow, this is what the audience sees. There is this title and just the first point is revealed. The remaining ones are covered. Now let me go to the first slide here in the thumbnail view and then duplicate the slide. Now let me select this, use the right arrow key so I can move this rectangular box. All I'm doing is I'm moving this large rectangle to the right. So let me use my arrow key so it corresponds with the second box like so. Beautiful. Let me right click, duplicate the slide, select this again, adjust the position, adjust the view here, and then move this using the right arrow key. So the box is revealed. The third one is revealed like so. That's it. You know what exactly to do now. Hold the shift button down, select the second and the third one, go to transitions and this time use morph transition. Beautiful. Let us go to the first slide. Now the audience sees the first point. You talk about the first point and then on a click you can see that the attention moves to the second point and then it goes to the third point. Remember, we are still using the slides from NotebookLM. How do you know? There is this watermark. Now I completely leave it to you whether you want to actually have this cropped out or you want to leave out. I would personally leave this because it doesn't really matter, because everybody knows that these days people are using tools like NotebookLM to create their slides. Now let me show you the fourth technique to reveal information one at a time. This time I'm going to use morph transition in a very different way. Now this is an infographic. This is not a slide. You can see that this has a long orientation, which is a portrait orientation, and this is much smaller than the slide size. So I'm going to now first resize this so it covers the entire slide. So let me align this with the top left corner, and then let us zoom this out so I can extend this size. I hold the shift button down, and then I'm going to increase the size of this infographic. Now all that the audience sees is this, which is the title. All right. And here is a very interesting trick. If you want to know what exactly is in focus, you can always see the thumbnail view. So I'm going to increase the thumbnail view a little bit more so you can clearly follow the camera. So let me right click and duplicate this slide. I'm going to this time move this to bring the focus to the first set of items. So let me use my arrow key. This time I'm going to use my up arrow key and I'm moving this, and you can observe the camera view here. So this is what is being shown. So let us make a little bit of adjustment. That's it. Now we are showing the first set of points to be shown. Now let me duplicate this slide and then go to this slide here and select this picture, and then use the same up arrow key to move this. So we are going to reveal the next set. You can see here, now we have got the second set revealed. You can make your adjustments like the way that you want. And here you can see only the second set is shown. And then I'm going to right click and duplicate the slide, and you know what exactly to do here. Select the slide and select the picture, and then go all the way up and reveal the third set of information. Now let me go to the first slide. I'm not going to touch this. Let us go to the second slide, hold the shift button down, and then select the third one and the fourth one while holding the shift button, and then go to transitions and use morph transition. Now I go to the first slide and then go to slideshow. I discuss the title. Then on a click, I show the infographic. The focus now shifts to the first set of pieces that I want to talk about. Once I finish explaining this, I can click and then I talk about the next set like this, and then click and reveal the last two sets. And that is how I present an infographic one bit at a time using morph transition. See, I've been creating professional presentations for 2 full decades now. I have seen in my personal experience that if I want to have the audience attention in full control, I need to show the information one at a time. And of course, I also love the convenience that NotebookLM brings to the table, where I can get some real professional quality slides very easily at the click of a button. Now I can use the power of custom animation and morph transition from PowerPoint to reveal the information one at a time, even though I'm using slides from NotebookLM. If you're a presenter and you want to learn the full power of custom animation in PowerPoint, I've put together a useful playlist for you. I'll cue that up for you right now on your screen. You click on the link and start watching the videos from the first till the last, and I can assure you that your animation skills will improve leaps and bounds. So click on the link that you see right now on your screen and start watching the first video right now. I'll see you inside that next video.